Always remember.
Hello there, and happy Monday, dude. You are so close to that. Was okay. I thought you were. I thought you were like taking a note or something. That's crazy.
No, it was it was my slow pan out from the hat, which you can get, by the way.
Oh man. Hey everybody. Happy Monday.
Hello.
Hello there, General Kenobi. Say it back. Welcome to episode 16 of Determined Focus, a Star Wars podcast where we do indeed yap about Star Wars. Before we get into the episode with myself and my co-pilot, podcaster, co-host extraordinaire, Grayson from Mortis FM. First and foremost, thank you for being with us and supporting with your viewing of this. Thank you for being here with everybody in the chat and commenting, doing all that good stuff. If you'd like to, and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you can, like this video right now, like this video, or at any point through the video, because that super helps us out with the algorithm, the almighty algorithm. And there's also, like Grayson said, there is merch where you can get the hat that Grayson's wearing or the hat that I'm wearing. Is it the same hat? No, mine's a snapback, and Grayson's is a trucker hat. Grayson, it's Monday. It's Monday. Wow, there's a lot of people in chat, dude. What's up?
Yeah, people are popping off.
Yeah.
Say hey.
Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? Happy you're here. It's Monday. It's going
pretty good.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
I'm getting torn a new one by a ton of people who don't understand adoption on TikTok, but appreciate y'all watching. If you're here from that or any of the other stuff that I've posted, it's honestly pretty fun because nobody can debunk me, and that makes me feel nice. Because Ray's a Skywalker. Anyway.
Everybody uses the slang term bro, but nobody actually means it. Ross Sambridge, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
The VGC, am I too late? No, dude, you're here. What's up? Albo's here. Nice.
You're right here, and you're ready to watch.
Poke on it. Lies every day, more lies.
The Rido.
Oh man.
Bro, I miss Andor, dude.
Yeah, wasn't like yesterday the first full like month that we haven't had an Andor episode.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's been a month.
It feels longer, yet also like not that long at all. You know?
Yeah. Like if next week there were like new episode, I'd be like, oh! But I'd also be like, oh yeah, of course, Andor's next week. We dude, just got all those episodes.
My friend, who one of my good buddies, and who he is a like history psychology teacher, super intellectual dude, one of my good friends. We did that Star Wars campaign last year, and so anyway, he watched Andor because he was like, what's something Star Wars that I should get into? And I was like, Andor's your thing. And what?
Sorry, that almost made me spit out my water when I read it.
Save the rebellion!
Save the dream! That's awesome.
No, you're good. And anyway, I told him, I was like, watch Andor. And of course, last year, only season 1 was around. I was like, you got to watch it. Like, you're going to love it. And he's someone who just has a really good, like, knack for good TV, good movies. And anyway, so he finally got around to season 2. He didn't watch it live, but since, he's not teaching for the summer. Anyway, we got lunch last week before we played D&D. And he had just finished Andor season 2 that day, and he's like, dude, 10 out of 10 show. He was like, but now he was like, Grayson, so he came to when we went to where we were playing D&D, he was like, Grayson, cover your ears. And I was like, and I like pretended to, but he was just like, he's like, the reason why it's so good is because it's the least Star Wars-y Star Wars thing. And I was like, and he said, and I was like, and I'm like, but that's not a bad thing, because I'm like, even though people say it's traditionally like the least Star Wars-y thing, it still adds so much to Star Wars,
Yeah.
Like with like Gorman and everything. Like that feel like that's such an enriching part of the Star Wars mythology. But I get, that was like but he didn't use it as a critique. He used it as a upholding point where like it's very untraditional in its storytelling.
Yeah, I understand that point of view. I guess when I think about it, I'm like, there's so much that like, if you were to watch A New Hope and then nothing came out, and then they were just like, hey, you don't know anything about Empire, Return of the Jedi, literally everything that came out after New Hope. And then in the year 2025, they were like, same thing, Andor. Everybody would be like, oh my gosh, it's just like Star Wars. This is great. It's just like A New Hope. But I think it's just because of everything that has come out in between that has made so many different subgenres of Star Wars. And obviously there's not one major or minor theme in Star Wars. There's like 15 major themes when it comes to Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's not like a Batman movie where you're like, okay, obviously he's like dealing with the loss of his parents and this is how he does it. Like you understand his backstory, but like that is also the theming of it. When it comes to Star Wars, there's literally such a wide array of themes that like for somebody to be like, oh, it doesn't like it's the least Star Wars-y Star Wars. Like I get that, but if you compare it to like A New Hope or like the political stuff of the prequels, like it feels just like that.
Well, I remember when we were reading the Revenge of the Sith novelization, and it had the inclusion of the new scenes, or the scenes that were cut with Genevieve O'Reilly, like as Mon Mothma, like because I've been like I think actually Luke posted some of those deleted scenes after Andor with Mon and the other senators. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this was actually going to be in the movie. And those scenes paved so much of the way for what we see in Andor. And, you know, you and I, we grew up with so many different types of Star Wars stories because we would read the books and play the games and stuff like that, right? And so, you know, he was also playing Jedi Survivor, which I would say is a little bit more in line with like traditional Star Wars, but it still also does a lot of really cool new things, right?
Yeah, I feel like Jedi Survivor is like if you were to take Force Unleashed and Ahsoka and put it together. That's what Jedi Survivor feels like.
Yeah, but then you know you've also got like he's like was at least in Fallen Order was like working with Saw, right?
Yeah.
Like so there's like that connective tissue there. But yeah, like I completely agree. And he was loving the game. But I think like I think what when people say that what I extrapolate or what I think they mean in a non-dissing way is that it reinvents the genre a little bit and it kind of breaks the boundaries in a way of like, you know, what Star Wars can do. And like, I think that's kind of like when you think about the best Star Wars, it's how much it expands the box of Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like how much Empire just blew up that world, right? And from Dagobah and the cave and everything like that and kind of the darker stories or something like the Phantom Menace or like the prequels were how much it recontextualized like the galaxy at that point and how different it was. And then something like Rogue One, you know, so I think we've said this before, like Star Wars, at least when we love Star Wars when it gets weird, but we also love Star Wars when it gets different. And so to have that lens. And so I think it's, like I said, it's cool. And we've said all of this stuff before, but this is a complete deviation from what we were planning on talking about, by the way. But it's fine. That's what we do. It's cool that you, as a Star Wars fan, whatever caliber of Star Wars fan you are, can be like, hey, well, I'm really into this, right? And so for some of my friend who is not a diehard Star Wars fan, but now that he is, I mean, he's seen the movies, but now that he's watched Andor, right, he can be like, you know, yeah, I don't watch everything, but I'm a Star Wars fan, right? I love, you know, I love these movies. I love Andor, like, and, you know, hopefully the campaign that we ran, you know, so, yeah, so it's definitely not like, and I think he kind of said it in a half joking way, you know, because like, we also as Star Wars fans can understand like it can get pretty goofy and wild, and it's a whole subculture, right?
And that's what's like, there's so much within Star Wars that like you can have it in the same series. You can have Padme running like political chess moves, but then also have the Zillo Beast. Like, right. But it's all within the same. The Zillo Beast attacking Coruscant. Like, yeah, it's all within the same series, and it's all within the same galaxy. And the galaxy is so vast that like. I think one of the best parts about Star Wars is obviously it is a galaxy, but that every single planet, every single person, every single droid has a story within that galaxy. And I think for us, it's just fun to see those stories come to life.
Yeah, dude, especially like, and I'm going to keep talking about it because I am eating it up. Like I've been slowly grazing through Shadow of the Sith. If you know, that's what we're doing for our next book club for Tales from the Archives. And it is like, I was glad that we were doing it after Andor because I'm like, because it'll be something. I'm like, it's gonna feel different. It's gonna feel new, right? And it's like to go from like a vignette of like Luke at his temple, and then like 2 chapters later to be like Lando at a space station playing sabacc, you know? And I'm like, like it's just. But then like Sith cultists and like crazy Force visions. I'm like, and I'm like, I love it all, man. Oh, by the way, speaking of Andor, shout out Outer Rim Outpost. I know they're not watching currently because they're very busy people, but they have a very minimalist style. I personally love, if you see me wear those Jedi and Sith shirts, that's where they come from. I just got an X-Wing one, which you'll probably see me wear at Fan Expo Denver, which you and I will be at in just a few days.
Literally, Grayson's flying out here to the good old Colorado to be there for Fan Expo. We're gonna meet Manny Jacinto, baby. Yeah, we're gonna personally give him all of our money so he can make Acolyte season 2. We're just gonna bring a cartoon sack of money with a big dollar sign on it and throw it at him.
Bring my Chimere helmet and be like donations for the Acolyte season 2. But anyway, I gotta take my headset off. But the back of this is Andor. I'll show it. Let me see if you can see it real quick, and then I'll tell you exactly why it is Andor. Can you see that?
It looks like a topographical map. You can't even hear me right now.
Can you see?
I could say anything. He can't even hear me. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have. This is ridiculous.
Can you see that?
Stop asking if I can hear it. You can't hear me.
Anyway, that is a topographical map of Aldhani.
That's ridiculous.
What?
You turned around and I was like, oh, it looks like a topographical, and you just kept going, can you see it? And I'm like, even if I could say yes, you can't hear me.
I was hoping to just hear through my headset, really loudly. Topographical map of Aldhani, which is my Aldhani Heist is it's tied for my favorite episodes in Star Wars.
Dude, I'm not going to dox myself, but there is it's Colorado. There's trails everywhere. There's a trail right behind my apartment complex. Steph and I were walking back there the other day, and it looks exactly like Aldhani.
Bro.
We'll walk back there one
photo
day.
Shoot?
Dude, we'll walk back there one day, and because we kept getting closer and closer, and I was like, this looks so. And then so there's a huge water reservoir lake behind our apartment complex. Yeah. But all of the water reservoirs were built in the 60s, so those are all abandoned. So they just look like old temple steps from the way the water, and there's no water on them, so it's all just dried. Bro, it's sick.
That honestly would go hard for also a Jedi photo shoot or something, like an Octo kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
That would be sick. Oh, let's catch up with chat because people are popping off right now. We have 18 people watching.
Hey, everybody. Shout out to everybody on Twitter and YouTube. How we doing?
Yes.
Eventually
VGC. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say eventually we'll be on Facebook when Facebook says that I've had a Facebook profile for long enough.
Yeah. How long does it take, man?
Dude. Zucker dork.
VGC, we were literally just talking about Superman 2 seconds before we started the stream.
We literally talk about Superman every day.
Yeah. It's like, hey, do you want to do this? And then also, yo, did you see this clip of David Cornsweet talking about Jedi Academy or talking about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man or talking about
dude,
the new hot toy?
That interview that I sent you of him talking about how that the Indiana Jones theme is his alarm clock when he gets up in the morning. I'm like, this guy is so cool.
Dude, he's the best. I mean, dude, when IGN Brazil asked him his favorite games, and it wasn't Star Wars games, but it was just games, and he was like, oh yeah, Jedi Academy and Outcast, those games, he's like, I played them all the time. And I'm like,
it's almost
this guy is me.
It's almost weird at this point to see an interview with him and him not say Star Wars at some point. Like that interview that I sent you at the beginning, it's like talking about him in theater school, and it's like, oh yeah, he really likes Charlie Chaplin and the Marx Brothers. Oh, and of course Star Wars. It's like even the teacher knows, yeah, he likes Star Wars, and that was when he was like 7.
Yeah, he's also like whenever he quotes Alec Guinness of like he's always quoting him, bro. Like it's always like Obi-Wan quotes and stuff. Because I think it was in that same interview or one of the ones that you sent of him being like, who's the bigger fool, or whatever, or like the fool who follows him, And I was like, oh my god, bro, I'm pumped, bro. Wait, is that our Luke's Outpost? Do you have a new profile picture? It says Luke's Outpost, established 2000. Luke, is that you, bro?
Did you make a new? I'm looking it up on YouTube right now.
Okay. Albo in politics in the Star Wars universe is very interesting and shows how much of a yeah, dude. Oh, bro, read the Revenge of the Sith novelization and read Darth Plagueis. That dude is insane. Yeah, the fact that Vader and Kylo fight the Beast. I think Kylo fights him in like one of the comics or something. Oh, this is Snips Adventures. Admiral Reeds is her popular username. She was so kind. I am in a book community group chat. And I was reading the Soul Vader run, and there are 2 Inquisitors that show up in like 1 or 2 issues of the run, and I was like, wait. Are these the Inquisitors that are in that Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade book? And I asked in the group chat, and they were like, yeah, that book is awesome. And I was like, what? And like they die at the end of the issue, but I'm like, what? Now I want to know their backstory, because like it's like a fully black Twi'lek, and then I don't remember what species the other girl is. And they're like, and I put in the group chat that I was in, I was like, I'm like, yeah, I was a little hesitant because like I didn't really like Dark Disciple that much. And that's kind of like a love story. Well, then someone else, like one person was like kind of clowning me. They were like, what? But then another person was like, yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't like Dark Disciple that much for the same reasons, but I loved Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade. And I was like, okay. I was like, that intrigues me. I kind of want to read that now. And she DMs me like a day later, and she's like, hey, I have a brand new copy, like Barnes & Noble exclusive edition that I have an extra copy of. Like, do you want it? Like, we can maybe do like a book swap or something. So I mailed her out a book today, and she mailed it out anyway. She's awesome. Shadow of the Sith is fantastic, and got to reread it soon. Yeah, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Did you find out if that was Luke's username?
Yeah, it is. I started laughing because in my head I read this like what's her name from Wicked. It's me.
Did you? Yeah, did he change his? Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. I was like mid. Let's see. Rennie, I agree. And guys, it's gonna just be me for the rest of this stream.
And that's the last episode of Determined Focus, everybody. We quit.
Oh man.
Hey,
my
buddy.
Gosh. We have so many people in the chat right now, bro. So many people in the community. Seriously, Star Wars? Yo, what's going on, dude?
Hey, buddy.
Kentucky? What's up? B-Wing's still not that good.
Is that him? Is that his YouTube?
It's gotta be, right? That's his username on Instagram.
Is it?
I think so. He's got a cool logo. KT.
Hans and Franz?
Let's see. Have I seen Superman and Lois? I've seen the first season of it, and it's really good. I have not seen the
Okay. Hey, dude. Let's just chill out. Okay, that's not what this is about.
I love them all.
I'm really tempted to go to Rebel Scum. Hey, everybody! If you would like to go to Rebel ScumCon and you need a ticket, you can use code FOCUS for Determined Focus. It's our code for Rebel ScumCon. You can get 10% off your ticket order. 10% off.
By the way, I'm looking down. I went to the store right before this. I completely forgot. We should talk about this very briefly. How about that Coca-Cola ad, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so obviously, like, we saw the cans, right? And those look awesome. Those are super cool. But, bro, that trailer
really cool.
Like that whole, I got emotional. Like
when they really dial in for an ad like that for a partnership. The last ad that I think was as good as that was the Apple ad that they did with all of the different Mandalorians, where it was like them at a convention. I'm pretty sure Hunter might have been in that commercial, which we did not ask him about when we interviewed Hunter, J Guy Hunter yesterday. Which is
you don't know who that is?
Yeah,
no, yeah, you do.
You do. He's basically Captain Rex. But yeah, that commercial was great. I was mad because I saw somebody put on Twitter that their Walmart had already started stocking the shelves with those cans, even though it's not supposed to be till July 11th. Shout out to Superman. But yeah, I think they're supposed to start getting stocked July 11th. I love all of the designs. I love all the cans. I can't wait to drink an ice cold Coca-Cola out of one of those cans. I will say one. I'm a little pissed because there's not a Luke Skywalker can
at all.
From the graphic that Luke posted of all of the different cans and the exclusive bottles that are just Galaxy's Edge versions, there's not a Luke Skywalker one, which I thought was very strange. However, what are you gonna do? It's fine. The Ahsoka one looks sick, bro. That Balin is on the can on the bottom of the Ahsoka one. Wait, there is a Luke?
What? Chad, is this true? Luke, is this true? You are Luke, bottom left.
It's true, kid. All of it.
Can you can we want to pull up the graphic real quick?
Bro, what? There's a Luke? Oh yeah, I guess we can pull it up.
It's his head in a Tatooine sunset.
Bro,
some of the peeps in Florida found the cans at Target. Wow.
Yeah, I forget where I saw the guy on Twitter post that it was there. All right, I'll pull up Luke's Instagram.
Yeah, might as well. Shout out. But by the way, go watch our episode with him if you haven't already. By the way, Mike is in here. Dawson doesn't miss. I have yet to actually read her books. I've read some of her short stories and I love them. But thanks for being here, dude. I haven't seen you in the chat here before. He's a cool dude. He meets literally everybody at every con ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a con happening also in Texas, like San Antonio, that has like Haley Steinfeld, like Elizabeth Olsen, like just like the women running Hollywood right now, basically.
Really? Where's the Luke?
The bottom, that's Grogu.
I won't let me zoom in because it's Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg's the worst.
Throwing shade to Mark Zuckerberg on live.
I don't care, dude. We're on YouTube and Twitter.
Oh, that's true.
Bottom left, I see. Oh, it's on one of the bottles. It's in between Han.
I'm pulling it up right now.
In Carbonite and R2D2. So the bottom row is Grogu, Han.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, the twin sons.
Luke and R2.
He just sent a photo to the chat. Oh, thank you, Luke. We have a group chat because we're cool. Yeah, I see it. It's in between R2 and is that Cassian? No, that's Han.
There's a Lando bottle too. Cassian's got one. Honestly, the cans are kind of cool, bro. The Boba Fett can is sick.
That's sick. That's like a very famous piece of like key art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro, the Kylo one with him in the forest as he like encounters Rey and.
Yeah, dude.
Anakin one goes hard as well. Anakin and Vader.
I love the C-3PO moment they picked was him and R2 and Chewie at the holo chess table.
Yeah.
It's like out of everything they could pick. K2 got the glass bottle.
Yeah, K2 and BB-8.
That's sick.
And then I was about to say these three. Oh, so Mando, First Order Trooper, and Chewie are only at the resorts.
Yeah.
The Yoda moment is the X-Wing.
No, Mando has a different bottle as well. Because there's one in between Lando and Kenobi.
Oh, so there's one that's like Mando and Grogu with like the Falcon, but there's another one where it's him on the speeder.
They probably did that with because those are each of the rides. So Mando and Chewie got the Falcon different options, and then there's obviously the
Rise of Resistance one for the First Order. Yeah, that's cool though.
That's cool. No, all of these are sick.
Bro, the Obi-Wan, or not the Obi-Wan, the Ahsoka one, and it's got, like you said, it's got Balin. I think that's
Really
when they
cool.
fight out in Peridia, right?
Yeah, because that's her with the all white when she's standing like this.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
cool.
When she like jumps out of the ship and like slides across the hill, bro, crazy.
I will say, Yoda lifting the X-wing, dude. That can is just
that's like the best one.
The first Coca-Cola can to ever make me cry, bro.
Yeah, dude. That ad also, it's really cool because that ad, like, I thought it was just gonna have like original trilogy stuff, but like the droids and everything, and even like when they're walking into the theater, there's a guy dressed as Balin, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There's a guy, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, that's cool. When it's like that meshing or whatever, I was like, dang, man, it's making me emotional. Anyway, yeah, really cool ad. Really stoked for that. I love when there's cool marketing tie-in stuff. Like, it makes me think of have I ever gotten the Naboo ending?
I have. But here's the thing. I don't know if it's different. Is it different in terms of like if you're at in Anaheim versus Orlando?
I did Star Tours once in Anaheim, and I've done it many times in Orlando. The first point of order before I address anything else is that the AC in the Anaheim one is crisp, dude. That AC, I walked in and I was like, I don't feel nauseous right now. Like, what is happening? Like, now, granted, they only have the Star Tours in Orlando. There's like 12 different bays or like 10 different bays. The one in California, there's only like 3 or 4 bays, so it's a lot smaller of a building. Either way,
bro, you can taste the AC.
Yeah, I walked in and I was like, I feel great. Second, when I wrote it, it was completely the same. So, yeah,
like, I
did get the Ahsoka stuff. I got emotional. I got the Purgle part.
Dude, that was what I wanted to get when I was there in November of last year.
Right.
I got Naboo, and I got I forget what the other one was, but we did it twice, and I know one of them was Naboo.
All of the endings I always get, I'll get the Galaxy's Edge one. I'll get the one like where you land in Batuu. I get the one in Coruscant where you go into the atmosphere and then you get like hit. Actually, the ride broke down one time because it hit. It's not like a speeder so aggressively that it just shut the ride down. Does Naboo, like, do you end in Theed? Do you crash in like the hangar bay of Theed?
I feel, yeah, if I remember correctly. Luke,
please fact check my information, Luke. If that's the case, then I have had that ending, but maybe not that often before.
I remember like going over the like the droid tanks and stuff on Naboo, because there's like the portion where it's the green grass where it looks like the old Pepsi commercials.
The one that I get. Oh, there's also the Boba Fett ending over Geonosis. Where he shoots the seismic charge, and then you shoot it back at him, and it boom. When I first got that, which was like when I was in my program, I was like, yeah! I lost my mind because I was like, make the noise. And it was like the Death Star is over Geonosis, and I'm like, lore accurate building of the Death Star?
Yeah.
But yeah. Wait, so the Purgle is an ending? I thought that was like in the middle.
I don't know, dude.
Don't you get chased by Marok or something?
I've never gotten the Ahsoka portion, and I'm mad.
We got to take a Disney trip at some point, bro.
I'd love that. I've never been out there for California, dude.
We got to make it happen, Luke. You have to hold us accountable. We will have to go out there for Star Wars nights. It's got to happen.
Yeah, I really want to. Or they could just do it in Orlando for once, because they do have 2. Makes me so mad that they don't do it in Orlando, bro. But whatever.
I know, dude.
Yeah,
you will, bro.
That's true.
I was about to say like a whole week of like.
Bro, Disneyland is going to be packed for Celebration.
So I'm thinking is like, do we do Star Wars nights a separate time? Well, yes, you're right. It is going to be packed. Come out to Orlando anytime, any day, anywhere. Bro, Luke, come to one of the Saber meetups, man. Those are fun.
Ooh.
Bro, Retney, pull up, dude.
A rare live Retney appearance, dude.
Be sick,
dude.
Okay, let's talk about the stuff that we actually meant to talk about, which actually has to do with Rebel Scum Con.
Oh yeah. This past week, it was announced that David Collins will be at Rebel ScumCon, which might be one of the, if not the coolest guest announcement of all time, compared with, or at least added to, the addition that Sam Witwer is already going to be at the convention. Sam Witwer, Matt Wood, and Dave Collins are all going to be at Rebel ScumCon. Those are, if Lucasfilm was a brick house, they would be cement cinder blocks on the bottom of that building when it comes to how foundational they are for just the flow and the efficiency of how that stuff is made. They've had their hand in Dave Collins and Matt Wood, literally, I don't think there's a Star Wars project that they haven't been a part of.
I mean, yeah, post, I would say, Clone Wars or Rebels, after, for the past decade, they have been involved in everything. Matt Wood has been there the longest. And it's crazy because, all three of them have the craziest and most humbling entry points into Lucasfilm. And for someone like me, I watch so many interviews of collab things of David and Sam, and it is truly it's like a domino effect. Matt is a little bit more separate, but both Matt and Dave, they got their start in games is what they did. Matt was a game tester, whereas Dave was doing sound design for a lot of the early LucasArts games.
And wasn't Matt Wood 12 years old or something like that?
Yeah,
he was super young.
He was like a young teenager, which is crazy. And then Dave, so he got involved with Bounty Hunter and Republic Commando, a lot of the games that are huge for me. And they still put sound effects in to this date, which we might get into sound effects here in a little bit. But regarding Matt and David. But then, without David Collins, Sam Witwer would probably not be involved in Star Wars. Truly, because it literally was, David saw a prototype design of Starkiller and was like, hey, that looks like my friend Sam, who's into acting. And then so he thought that to himself, and he literally calls up Sam and he's like, hey, I need your headshot, I need your profile, I need your your demo tape. And he I think he snuck it in the pile basically.
Yeah.
And was and then because it looked I think Sam has that first sketch of Starkiller, and it truly does look just like him. Yeah, he's shown it on a couple of his streams before, or some of his interviews, and it's on his wall. And actually, I think I've seen someone get a cameo of it before. And he's like, "This was the very first sketch of Starkiller before I was involved." And I mean, David and Sam have been friends for so long, and then because Sam got Starkiller, he then got the Son, and then got Maul, and it's just been them two. Truly, you can go to any Star Wars project post 2015, any Star Wars project, and go to additional voices or any of the sound effects credits or whatever, and Matt, David, and Sam are always there.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Always and plus it's always fun to point out their voices, of when Skeleton Crew or Andor, Sam being the guy who's your name is Varian Sky, or the trooper that arrests him and stuff. I, as someone who obviously just has such a deep-seated respect for the legacy of Lucasfilm, and I love a good underdog story, and just I love when Star Wars fans get integrated in that stuff. They are just, they are some of the coolest dudes,
dude.
And so when I got the news that it was happening, I was like, it's his first con ever, by the way.
Yeah, which
David's
is insane,
crazy, especially with Sam. Sorry, I am yapping a ton.
No, dude.
Can you tell I'm excited?
No, I am also extremely stoked. I'm gonna do this because I'm going to send this. We're gonna have a special guest hop on this episode of Determined Focus Live. Yeah, in like 2 seconds. We're gonna have a special guest. It's Dave Collins will be. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to know, like, what?
Yeah, well, can you imagine if I just didn't tell you? I was like, hey, guess what? Dave Collins!
I'm confused.
Thank you, Saturday Night Live. Welcome, Dave Collins.
Is this a real guest, or is this a video?
No, it's a real guest.
Oh,
I'm just gonna wait. We just gotta wait for them to hop on. We gotta wait for them to hop on. But there will be a guest. I just switched it up in just a little bit because we are going to be doing a little bit of some ranking here in a little bit with some we're going to do in honor of the Skywalker sound leads of Matt Wood and Dave Collins, as well as Sam Whitwer, who does a lot of sound effects and like just, hey, can you do a stormtrooper? Hey, can you do this? We're going to be ranking some sound effects.
I'm down.
And once this person hops on, we will be able to rank these sound effects. But yeah, we got to wait for them to hop on. In the meantime,
yeah.
In the meantime, we got a lot of people. Bro.
Dude. No shot, bro. No shot.
There's no way. That's not real, Tucky.
He's baiting us.
Yeah, that's not real.
It's
not real.
Another thing with David is BGC. By the way, thank you for being so vocal in the chat. You are. I've not. I don't. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Dude, using the old Republic Commando sounds when they're in the vault on. I'm blanking on the planet on the resort where they go to Tak Renid's vault, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That was like a sleeper agent cell. Like wait, just like.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, bro. I'm going ahead and I'm making my list right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it as well. I'm trying to.
But what I was going to say is, David has such a respect for Ben Burtt, who obviously is like the king of pretty much every original Star Wars sound that you've ever heard ever.
Oh yeah,
and learn so much from studying him. And David has an amazing ear for music as well. Yeah. We talked a little bit about this, but Ashton Sherritt, one of our good friends, which might be on an episode here soon.
Very soon.
When I first met Ashton or saw him online, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much an extension of David's soundtrack show on the podcast. And so he's done a ton of classic John Williams stuff. And so I dived into his original trilogy stuff, his Indiana Jones stuff. And his ear for sound effects and for scores and music and everything is truly it's
insane.
It's insane, yeah. Bro, you're making. I'm like, the longer we wait, I'm like, bro, who's this guest?
Yeah, I don't know. He said 2 minutes, and I was like, all right, bro. But he might be taking a little longer. He might be taking a shower and doing his hair or something. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I've been thinking about this all day for these sound effects. There are so many sound effects, and I think we're going to have to somebody who's never watched Star Wars, there are so many sound effects. I think we're going to have to decide what counts for these categories, because does something that like
he just spoiled it for me in the group chat. I know.
Bummer. Does something that's like, I don't know, like if it's, I don't want to give it away because I'm like, if this still counts, it counts. But like, if it is something that is said by somebody in like the vein of like somebody doing a species voice, like if I did a Chewbacca impression, does that count as like a sound effect?
I would say Chewbacca's like droid sound effects, like an R2 or like a Chewbacca, would count, or like even like a BB-8. But
Yeah.
if it's an actual like voice of someone like talking Huttese and stuff like that, like I would also be hesitant to include Chopper, because Chopper is so much of David, like Dave doing the voice for Chopper.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Grievous. I wouldn't count, like that's, I mean, yes, there's a lot of filtering and stuff there. Now I would count something like Vader's breathing, but I wouldn't count his like voice, right? Like the breathing is such an iconic sound effect, but that's not like James Earl Jones breathing into a mic, you know? So I'm thinking like, anything from blasters to like creatures like the sound of a crate dragon or a Minoc or a Bantha, or, like ship sounds, of course. I've got my top 3 currently. I'm deliberating on my 4 and 5. Are we gonna be working together collaboratively to...
I'm almost like, should we together determine a top 5 of like a pantheon?
I feel like we have to, like an extended Mount Rushmore. If there was an extra head,
if there was the fifth head. The fifth head of Mount Rushmore.
Man, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm sleeping on some sounds. See, there's a lot of really good honorable mentions. Oh,
hey, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Determined Focus podcast.
Hey.
It's Luke from Luke's Outpost.
Oh my god, I'm having crazy double echo right now. I still have
really?
the YouTube link open. I was like, wait, why is it so loud? It feels like there's a crowd going on right now.
Hey, dude, what's up?
What's up,
yo,
guys? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
The only guy to ever do 2 appearances so far, and we've only been a podcast for like a month. Let's go.
That's what we do.
Hey, buddy. We were talking about Dave Collins and Sam and Matt Wood being at Rebel Scum Con.
Right.
And yesterday you just posted or was it today, your top 5 sound effects?
Yeah, 2 days ago, I think.
2 days ago?
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't think about it till I said it to you today. And I was like, oh, wait, Luke literally just did this. So I'm happy you were in the chat and you were around your setup, because we can rank some stuff. We're going to do top 5 all together. Like, this is going to be top 5 of all time. This is not personal. This is not a draft.
All right.
I will say, Retney, this is getting out of hand. Now there are 3 of them. I will say, does lightsaber ignition count as one sound because I'm speaking to 2 people who are so well aware of all of the different fonts for lightsabers?
I'm counting.
Don't even include lightsaber.
What?
Whoa,
Just
dude!
because,
What?
Lightsaber, it's so in its own realm too. Like, there's so many lightsabers. Like,
see, I think if you,
I would even choose like Ahsoka's over like the standard, like Luke Blue. Like, so like that's why it's like I don't think the standard Luke Blue lightsaber is better than all these other sounds in Star Wars.
Well, we're getting into the whole like chicken and egg discussion, because I'm just gonna go ahead and front. Lightsaber is number 1, and it's because Ben Burtt, like the way he made the lightsaber sound, and the reason I would say like, yeah, we could. I mean, I would totally be down to talk about lightsaber sounds, but I'm like, you kind of have to think of like all of the other lightsabers were derived from that original, like him. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because if we were to do that, that would literally just be an episode of you 2 guys. And I just do that like this.
You're like, I don't know what that sounds like.
Yeah, that's what that. Do you ever heard that lightsaber? That's the lightsaber. Sound cool.
Yeah. So like, for my number 1, I put lightsaber classic. Like, just like you got to start with the OG, and then. But granted, there are lightsaber sounds that I like way more than A New Hope.
Oh yeah.
But if we don't want to include lightsaber, I'll take it out. I'll be overruled.
It's your guys' call. I'm down for whatever.
I don't know, dude.
Just because like it is so goated. Like, I think it deserves like the number 0 spot, and then like we go 1 through 5, because like it's just.
Do we just want to like just keep it out and just be like, lightsaber is so good that it's like its own category thing?
Like, obviously, it's number 1.
Yeah.
See, because I mean, I have the number 2, which is pretty much everybody's number 1.
I think it is. I'm okay with it being like in its own category, or like the double 1A above the rest of the list, only because like if you were to say to somebody, if you were to walk up to somebody on the street and you were like, do a Star Wars sound effect, everyone would go. like literally everybody would pretend to do a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think, yeah, I think that is but like when you're doing that, no, Grayson's not going to walk to them and be like, actually, that's not what Ezra's lightsaber sounds like.
Oh, which lightsaber sound fun? Was that was that Ezra's staple gun, or was that his second green lightsaber, or was that Sabine's modified version?
Sorry, I guess that's a V1 versus a V2.
Can you do a swing real quick too?
Can you do a clash for me? Blaster deflect, maybe.
Slash on clash, please. Slash on clash. Okay,
so I'll take lightsaber. We can just agree that lightsaber, we could do that a separate time,
correct,
or something, but we'll take that out. I'm fine with that.
Correct. Does anybody have like a definitive number one that they feel like has to be at the number one spot?
If it's not number one, it's I mean, it is almost tied.
Seismic is for me.
Yeah, seismic charge.
Really?
Yeah.
That's number one. It's on the list, but that's number one.
Yeah, that's got to be number one for me.
It's gotta. I think so.
See, I was gonna say TIE Fighter.
See, TIE Fighter, that was my rival
TIE
one.
Fighter's good too, and that's another like authentic made sound as well too. That's just
I feel like that's the other one of like. Honestly, Will, when you're talking about, oh gosh,
but
when
you're
talking
like an X-wing blaster bolt. Oof. There's so many good ones.
See, I was thinking,
dude.
The one that people always quote, and it's kind of become a meme, especially on TikTok, is R2's.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Which, like, granted, like it's cool, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of annoys me a little bit sometimes. So where I'm like, all right, guys,
it's like in the funny category, if anything.
Sure, it's like memes. Yeah. I also, I'm going to say it's one of mine that was immediately written down. I think it's the best sounding blaster in all of Star Wars, and that's Han Solo's DL-44.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
Han's blaster is on my list.
No Jango's?
Oh, Jango. Okay, Jango is like, that's my 2, bro, for blaster sounds. Jong, 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 jong.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
That's like a staple.
Now I'm like, I feel like you have to like break these up into categories. There's like ships and like.
I mean, that's just what's crazy how universal it is too. We could do like a whole blasters. We could do whole spaceships. We could do
because like one
dude, we could do
best moments of the Wilhelm scream. I also like even the Boba Fett's Fire Spray, the Slave One. That ship sounds so cool. To like, it's just I don't.
We're gonna be here for 10 hours, guys.
Yep.
What have we done? Should we?
Because now I'm also like I can't
not
think about lightsabers, and I'm like Kylo Ren's lightsaber sounds
Kylo Ren
also so goated too, dude.
See that I'm not gonna lie, Kylo Ren's was going to be at my 5.
Like you could even do a ranking for all of Cal's lightsaber sound fonts too.
Oh my god!
Okay, yeah. Actually, I think we all might be incorrect. If it's not the lightsaber, I think the number one has to go to Darth Vader's breathing.
That
was my 2.
Yeah, I mean that has to be on there, right?
Like Seismic Charge, I know is like the fan favorite, and if like you go into TikTok comments or like Seismic Charge, but like if you were to ask like everybody who has ever seen Star Wars outside of being a Star Wars fan, I think it's 1 lightsaber, 2 would be Vader's breathing.
I honestly agree with you because I think even people who've like maybe seen Star Wars like one time or have just like glanced by on TV. Yeah, people usually got like even from like the voice changing helmets. I honestly I think I agree. I think I'd put Vader breathing number 1.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Bro, that was a hella good Vader voice.
Yeah, dude, it was who's you James Earl Jones?
About it every single day. That's why.
I was about to say, I was like, that sounds bang on to Fallen Order. That was crazy, bro.
Hey, I played that game. Oh no, I did. I played that one right when it first came out, and no spoilers, nothing.
Is
greatest moment in Star Wars ever. I love that moment.
I lost my mind. Unfortunately, I got it spoiled for me because freaking EA put a trailer 2 weeks out after it came out, and I was still going through it, and they were like, "Guys, Darth Vader's in the game," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm not done yet."
No.
Is the sound of a Tusken Raider a sound effect, or does it count as like?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah, because it's like it's an alien, like that's that's made. You know, it's.
Is it?
I wonder if it. Do you think it actually is someone that does it, or is it like?
I don't think so. I think I watched the behind the scenes.
Dude, Bill Hader can do an incredible
Yeah, you can.
Tusken Raider impression.
No,
he can
I'm-
also do a really good Tauntaun.
I'm pretty sure, bro. Listen. I know it's. Sorry, I had an epiphany. Yeah,
one too.
we might be on the same wavelength right here. Anakin or Sebulba's pod racer, bro.
Let go to though. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely have.
Was that what you were thinking of?
No, I was thinking of I always forget the name of it. The lizard that Obi-Wan rides. The
Boga. Yep.
Boga is also
It was like, kind of like rattling.
I used to be able to do it. I cannot do it anymore.
Bro.
I can't. That's a goat.
I really like Boga on the list.
Will, you just
Yeah.
destroyed Retney's eardrums.
Boga's like an underrated one too.
Yeah, see, because there's also you could get into creature sounds, right? Like the Great Dragon roar, or like a bantha,
You could do even like is it like the Death Star alarm or like the Star Destroyer alarm?
Oh yeah, dude, the alarm sounds. Oh, Alba makes a good point. The hyperdrive punching it sound.
Yeah, true. That's
Dude,
very
this is
good.
ridiculous, bro.
There's gonna be some deep cuts. We might even have to do some honorable mentions or something too, because that's another classic too. Chewie's just his growl as well.
Oh yeah, Chewie,
Yeah.
obviously, and
Jabba's a good one too.
Yep, the laugh.
dude, Grievous's cough. But I guess that's Matt Wood, so like,
Yeah,
But I mean, that's still
yeah,
because that's like literally like a noise, you know. Like it'd be different if it was like Luke coughing, but you know, like that's his thing.
But I was trying to exempt people of like the noises that people are making with their mouths, because then that gets into like voice acting, you know, to me.
I'm down to.
What about Greedo McClanky? Okay, so we're agreed. Okay, so we can at least get number one, that's Vader breathing.
Correct.
And are we cool with number two, seismic charge?
I know I am in the group of seismic charges. However, I just think in terms of like overall, TIE Fighter beats out seismic charge.
It's close, but I think seismic takes it, bro. It's just like euphoric, man. You're like,
I think a speeder bike is better than a TIE Fighter noise.
Wow.
See, I don't know if I can go that far, but I do like a speeder bike.
I do like a speeder bike.
Especially the like echoes through the woods, bro.
No, I'm just thinking like 6 months.
I keep going back to like the man on the street thing of like, if I was to play a seismic charge and then to play a TIE Fighter, like I feel like more people would be like, oh, that's a TIE Fighter. The other one sounds cool. But like, I think the TIE Fighter is more recognizable. Do I think the seismic charge is a better sound? Like for me, if I had to like seismic charge is I'm in the top 1% of seismic charge on Spotify, on my Spotify Wrapped. But like, like that's what it says, the sound effect seismic charge on.
Can we get an app that just is like an entire catalog of Star Wars, and it's just like your year in reviews. You listen to the seismic charge 27,000 times.
Bro, Albo makes a good point. Dude, the probe droid sound is literally at the beginning of when we do our intro.
Oh yeah, it is.
I snuck that in there. So
you got that and the X-wing whap whap whap.
Yeah.
Yep. So good.
This is impossible. This is like, I mean, are we all in agreement that TIE Fighter does make it there?
I think TIE Fighter's on the list. I
think it's on the list.
Maybe seismic charge is number 2.
Like, I'm cool if, like, as long as seismic charge and TIE Fighter are on there. I'm not really super caught up on the ranking, but now I'm just like, well, then what the hell are the other two?
What the hell?
What the hell? Vader, seismic, TIE.
That's what they're called.
I think because of the sound design in the pod race, you have to have a pod racer in there. You have to.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we're doing 5, and if we put a pod racer on there, that means that that last 5 spot. It's crazy to not have both Chewbacca and R2 on this list.
But see, R2, like there's so many
like
I just saw a video of someone playing with the machine that makes it the other day too.
That's
so
crazy. Cool. Is it? But also, well, no, that's I guess how all the sounds work. Because I was about to say, like, isn't Chewbacca just like a reversed bear? But yeah.
Well, should we exclude characters out of this then, and just say characters?
That's what I was talking about before you hopped on. Where I'm like, do characters count? Because, but that's the thing. If characters don't count, does Vader's breathing count as a character?
See, I count Vader's. That's the thing is, I count it where it's like it's involuntary and it's not, like I said, it's not James Earl Jones doing the voice.
Yeah, it is technically a machine, you know.
And it's also like there's no variation in it other than how fast or slow it goes. Whereas R2 is like an entire. I mean, truly, you could have an entire soundboard of like 120 different R2 sounds. You know,
like when he's sad.
Yeah, like you'd have to like almost pick a specific R2 sound, and like a Chewbacca sound, right?
You know, his scared whistling one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where he's like cowering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, you doing that? I immediately heard the music when he's in the swamp on Dagobah.
Yeah.
Goated, baby. Goated.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's really good. Okay, it's really good. If that scene was in Return of the Jedi would be the greatest movie of all time. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not.
This doesn't make it top 5. Honorable mention is the like AT-AT.
Oh, whoop. Yeah,
really good.
Good blaster noise too.
Yeah.
You ever see that old movie, Empire Strikes Back?
As he has a Lego Death Star. Okay, I think Han, because Han, like I'm biased to so many OG ones, but like I feel like because Han's blaster is so genre defining for blasters, like
I gotta listen to his again. I gotta remember it.
Bro, I was a crack shot in that in Battlefront, bro. Just
hey Darth Ghostface, I'm a shield, baby. Call me a shield. I love Star Wars.
It's funny because people will say like shill, and it's just like it's like, yeah, bro, I like Star Wars.
Love
That's
Star
a bad
Wars.
Thing.
Star Wars rules. If it's got Star Wars in the logo, I'm probably gonna buy it. Coca-Cola cans, buying it. Underpants, buying it. Bed sheets, buying it. Lunchboxes, buying it.
Pajama bottoms, buying it.
Pajama bottoms, buying it.
Bro, I just went to Walmart and got the freaking Millennium Falcon. Like it was a Disney licensed product, but it's of the Millennium Falcon. Because Will was like, "Hey, I have that." Okay, Uncle Rufus, go by. You will leave now.
Yep. Bye.
Gotta go bye.
What was I about to say something about that? Oh, yeah. Someone was saying, like, how can you trust Disney? Bro, they just made Andor.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the things you like. I enjoy Star Wars.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
He's getting repairs. Oh, did you re-listen to the DL44?
Yes, I did. That's a classic. I was watching Will the other day too. You said the same thing. I relate so many Star Wars memories to Lego Star Wars. And hearing that blaster noise, that's all I think about is Lego Star Wars. Isn't it kind of the generic one for all of them, though?
A lot of them.
Lego, I think they really switch it up.
Yeah. But for Star Wars, it's different, right?
Django's blasters are his blasters, though. In Lego Star Wars.
And then sometimes they'll do like a kind of noise. Like I think they have like 3 or 4, but generally speaking, they're pretty much the same. Like that's like they keep a tight bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think okay. So currently in some order, if we are cool with keeping it, Vader's breathing, seismic charge, TIE fighter, Han Solo's blaster. You can't not have a pod racer on there, bro.
It's crazy not to have R2 on there, though.
That's the thing is like you have to pick one R2 sound if you that's the thing like, and I think it's so much of it is dude, Wes, underrated pick, Padme's Nubian,
really good pick,
really good, bro. That's in Lego Star Wars as well. They do have those.
Yeah.
I
really See, because I really like Boga too, but I don't know if it's top 5 most like of ever. But
it's a
like
high
whirring.
honorable mention. Luke's land speeder is also pretty great.
I love the training droid noise too when it hits the lightsaber.
Oh yeah,
it's a great one.
We did mention Probe. Probe is really high up there, man.
Dude, Probe droid is good.
For me, I have it down to I think either the Probe droid, the speeder bikes from Return of the Jedi, or either Sebulba's or Anakin's pod racer. And it's weird because I want to say Anakin's, but Anakin's is just an F1 car. So it's kind of like, is that cheating? But Sebulba's is a little bit more like
it's got that bass to it. I would combine those as both too.
It's because there's so much like they're so next to each other. You know?
Yeah.
The honorable mention for me is Maul's legs, like when he walks, the clanking of his feet.
Ooh, okay.
Like that metal, the clanking when he's like, dude,
yeah, that's pretty good.
I love the way that's like. If he's not in a room and you don't see him, but you hear that, I'm like, oh, Maul's coming.
Chris makes a good point. The sound effect, especially for a force choke, where it's like that, like it happens in Clone Wars and then Rogue One. It happens as well when he chokes Krennic. Is when that happened, I like lost my mind because I was like, Clone Wars mention.
That's a goated one too.
This one might be more of an honorable mention, but I really like the way like automatic doors opening in Star Wars, like the pod bay doors, or like when they go through that, I think is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Albo, the Gungan, the pulse of the Gungan shield.
Well, we didn't do droidicas either.
I was just about to say that reminded me of droidica force fields.
Another one that you made me think of, Will, because of the doors, the carbonite freezing chamber. There's so many.
Oh,
what?
The what's her name? The bounty hunter from Attack of the Clones. Her ship.
Sam Wessel.
Oh,
Wessel ship.
Yeah, dude. That is so good. Bro, Luke low-key needs to be a voice actor because this is kind of blowing my mind. He's like, he's like sitting in his car. Honestly, I do the same thing. I'll be in my car just doing voices.
That's in my brain, dude.
Yeah.
See, because then you get like it definitely falls into more of the like the voice acting, but like a Roger, like that I think of
classic
as like the
death noise. You could do an entire list of Lego death noises. But like literally just like the collapsing of the like whatever. It's so good. Also, Django. It's like a sped up version. It goes, "Yay!" or whatever. And I'll never forget Yoda.
I feel like as much as the Wilhelm scream is like so iconic for Star Wars, it's used in so much other stuff other than Star Wars that it's transcended Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's so weird. I'm like, I feel like at this point, I'm like, do we not just bring back the lightsaber sound and just make our lives easier? You know, like so much of that was so foundational, but I don't know.
Luke, remind me of your top 5.
It was seismic charge number 1.
Yeah.
Vader breathing number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3. Let me look at my list. Don't ask me. Let's see.
Because it also like and if it's anything like this, it changes like every day.
Yeah. Pod Racing 5, the Gungan Shields 4.
Oh.
TIE Fighter 3, Vader's breathing 2, and seismic charge 1.
Dang. So yeah,
we've Vader's breathing, TIE Fighter, Gungan Shield, and then Pod Racer at the number 5. But I'm down to put something other than the Gungans.
I would say instead of Gungan, TIE Fighter.
But he already had TIE Fighter.
Oh, I thought you.
We're replacing Gungan with the DL-44.
Because Luke's is, yeah.
But that Luke's is literally all of the ones we've mentioned except the Gungan shield, and we have the DL44. And honestly, I have to agree. Like all of those are like awesome, you know. But it's so hard because it's like choosing your favorite your favorite child, bro. I don't have a child, but I imagine this is what it would be like.
That was the one thing that I saw people say were just like, "What about saber ignition? What about lightsaber?"
Yeah, and it's like it's almost like, and it's
so many different ones.
Yeah, because like, and if we're getting to lightsabers, bro, that's
another 4-hour video.
Yeah, are we? Will, I'm honestly like, I don't want to like seem lame, but to be honest, if we swap Vader breathing and seismic charge and we put DL44 instead of Gungan shield, like that might be it for me.
So what's the 5 then? Go bottom to top.
It would be Pod Racer at the bottom, then it would be DL44, then it would be TIE Fighter, then it would be seismic charge, then it would be Vader breathing. I think that's a really solid list.
It's crazy that we don't have Chewie or R2 on this list.
I keep saying that. I'm like, it's if you can isolate one specific sound, like if you're gonna say like Chewbacca's like aggressive roar or R2's like specific like, you know, specific scream or something, then I might be willing to budge. But it's because there's so many different sounds. It's like that's almost cheating in a way.
Yeah, but there's like the pod racer, like the entire time it's running, it's making different. Like it's not one specific like sound. It's not like a blaster where it's just one bolt. Like it's going up and down and through the caverns and stuff. Like it's making different noises, just like Chewie.
Well, then at that point, we should have lightsabers because all lightsabers make a bunch of different noises,
No,
and that's just like all of them.
Because it's like specific to the lightsaber.
What about Battlefront 1 menu loading sound?
Oh, that's like that's some David Collins ball right there, bro. I'm curious if he knows who made that sound effect.
That might be 5.
It's not in the movies or anything though.
That might be,
but it's goated.
Well, I think the true Jedi sound should be in number 5.
Ooh.
No, that's different. That's Legos.
No, it's not. They're both video games.
It's Legos.
I think the Republic Commando visor sound should be there.
Actually, a good one.
He could.
Yeah.
Video game, there's a whole other echelon, brother. Force lightning is also something we've not talked about.
That's goated.
I mean, it's not as iconic, but it's still pretty
when Palpatine brings out his lightsaber, that noise of.
Oh, dude. Honestly, you could count Palpatine's like his like dive. I'm not even gonna try to replicate it. Like, yeah, like his like dive. You know, classic.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see some other ones if we're missing any.
Listen, at this point, Will, if you want to, I'm down to do just go ahead and we could easily knock out like if you would allow the list that we have to do a creature or like a creature character sounds. And if that's the case, I'll take off
it.
Then I'll take off take off Vader's breathing and we can put lightsabers.
I still think because we are doing this is top 5 of all time.
Star Wars.
Iconic. This is the Mount Rushmore. If you were to sell a baby a Star Wars soundboard, these are the top 5 sounds that would have to be on there per Lucasfilm licensing. Okay,
y'all remember that?
Go from selling babies to selling soundboards for a second, dude.
y'all remember?
This baby makes the Battlefront sound.
Do it, baby. Do it.
Goo goo gaga. Do you guys remember that lightsaber that you could like talk into, but it also had like a bunch of? I still have that. That's I'm thinking of like that's the preset of all the noises, and it was like it had like. Listen, I know people clown on them, but like. Porg is also kind of a cool sound. I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but like,
yeah. Later, Ross. Thank you for being here, dude.
This Wookiee. Okay, so what are we saying for top 5 of all time?
Oh, Luke's elevator noise coming up.
Oh, dude, that's pretty great.
For Mando, you know what's a crazy noise too is the what are Mando's things called, the whistling what?
Whistling birds.
The whistling birds. Yeah, that's
also
a sick noise.
That Ambin phase pulse rifle where it sounds like the
that one I would have to hear again too.
The rifle or the whistling birds?
The rifle.
Yeah, dude. When he shoots that Jawa and it makes this like, I only know it because it's in. I remember it very vividly because it was in Fortnite. So it's just and it had like it's so,
dude, the way that a blaster sounds when it hits Beskar armor is also such a beautiful ring.
Or
dude, because I was about to say,
dude.
One of the deflects, we're getting into lightsaber sound fonts, but technically when people have done the Sabine sound font, they also include it bouncing off of her armor in Ahsoka. Bro, I might just go binge Ahsoka tonight. I have been on, like, I
haven't rewatched it in a minute too. I think I've only watched it once. Was the one time?
Dude,
really?
And a few times for like reactions.
Do you have the Blu-ray or the 4K?
I do. I have.
Okay, dude.
Oh,
I watched it with the Dave commentary for episode 5 and episode 8. He did Dave he did commentary. Yeah. And when I was watching on my 4K monitor, I was like, bro, this is so crisp.
Oh my god.
Like, so this is just insane.
I was watching the finale and I had an old TV, and you know, like the black bars, like they're like really white and like gross, like just leaking through. And I literally left mid-episode, bought a new TV, put it up, and then finished the episode. And I've had that TV since, and I've never.
No way.
Dude,
I have the before and afters too. I gotta send it to you guys.
Dude, if you go to Walmart now, there's still, I forget what brand of TV it is. The Ahsoka
Ahsoka's on
photo of her like this is on those TV boxes.
Yeah. At one point, LG was giving out these like limited edition 100-inch Darth Vader. It had like Darth Vader on the back, and it had
100-inch,
100 inches. Too.
You put that monster,
and they were sending them out, and there was only like
billboard.
500 or something. Yeah, it was huge. I need that.
I will say there is something about watching Star Wars on like an old, like really small, like fuzzy TV.
Ooh, yeah. Like
with the fat backs, dude. Like those,
especially like the special edition VHS, bro.
Lightsabers
I remember
so good on it too.
My cousin, when I was maybe in middle school, he was like maybe 10 or 11. I was like maybe 14. Obviously, I was still a huge Star Wars fan even then. Have been it forever. And I remember he wanted to watch this. He might actually have even been a little bit younger. I might have been like 12 or 13. I don't remember. Anyway, he's like 4 years younger than me, and he wanted to watch Star Wars. Well, my grandparents didn't have it. So what my Nana did is she went to our library and rented them.
Nice.
And they were pre-Hayden special edition, like so it was like the 90s. So when I was watching Return of the Jedi with him, or like the tail end, like I walked in and he was watching it, and it was the first time that I saw the Sebastian Shaw version, and I was like, bro, that was such a core memory where I had to tell him after. I was like, the modern versions of the movie, like that's not who Anakin normally is. Like that was the guy who played Anakin back in the 80s, and he's like, really? And I'm like,
who is that man?
Yeah, I was like, let me tell you about the prequels. You know? And it was funny. I remember when I think this was actually pre-Rebels. So yeah, this would have been like 2012, 2013. I got him into Star Wars Rebels. I remember going to his house in Colorado, which I'm going to see Will a couple days and see them. And I remember Rebel Season 2 happening, and we watched the episode that week together. That was like a few weeks out from Twilight of the Apprentice. Mm-hmm. Anyway, complete sidetrack deviation. We love Ahsoka. Can you tell?
Real.
Let's get this top 5, and then I want to talk about creatures before we wrap.
Yeah, we could do creatures.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so are we cool with the top 5 being number 5 pod racers?
Yep.
Number 4 Han Solo's blaster. Number 3 TIE fighter. Number 2 seismic charge, and number 1 Darth Vader's breathing. Cool. And now we can talk about creatures and droids.
I almost want to switch out Han's blaster for R2.
I was thinking the same for Han, but the only reason why I would also put I would personally probably put Boba's blasters over Han, but since Han is so classic with Lego Star Wars too, that just puts it up another level as well to put it in that top where I don't mind having it. It's not my favorite pick, but with how classic and iconic it is too, that is a Mount Rushmore iconic one there too.
Yeah, it's also other than the Rebel blasters and stuff in the beginning, shout out also another honorable mention, the stun sound, which is that's a great sound.
Gungan ones.
Oh yeah, or you mean the Geonosian ones?
Yes, Geonosian. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought about those, the cannons of those are sick. LAAT sound. You could do an entire thing of ship sounds in general, but
just from exhaust ports, dude. Anything for ships is crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, Chris is saying is swapping DL-44 in general for General R2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
R2
R2 is my ringtone, my text ringtone.
My text is Luke's V2.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Mine is not Star Wars at all. Mine's Halo.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, speaking of Ahsoka, finally unboxed.
Oh, let's go,
I saw
dude.
that. The Howlers, bro.
It's literally my dog right here.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Dave, dude. He did it. He got Ahsoka riding a big old wolf thing.
Hey.
I was at Walmart right before this, getting that sun protector thing for my car, and the T6 was on clearance for $19, and I was like, I need it. Listen, all right, I feel like we need to flip a coin about this Han Solo R2 thing.
I'm cool with that.
We go get the coin. The Kanan coin returns for yet another episode.
Does he have a Star Wars coin right there? What do you got, dude?
What is that?
The bottom of I think probably Luke's lightsaber or something.
Oh,
that is
like a
a cap for it. But it does work as a coin if we ever do want to use it. One's flat and one's button side.
Oh, all right.
I was thinking this too. This is obviously breathing wins out, but that sound is so good.
Help me.
Dude, even the sound of the wine, but when in Revenge of the Sith, when he's on the table before he does his first breath. Okay, so his head's gonna be the blaster, or his head's gonna be R2.
What have we been doing?
Normally this is for drafts, so normally you call it.
No, but what has normally been tails and what has normally been heads?
Tails is usually the Phoenix symbol, right?
Right.
This is I'm not asking what is heads or tails. I'm asking is the blaster heads? Or is the blaster tails?
Luke, why don't you pick?
R2 tails. Right? Is it R2? And
yeah,
R2 and blaster, right? Okay.
R2 versus blaster.
R2 DL-44.
Come on, Phoenix Squadron. Come on, Sabine.
Boom! Let's go! All right. It's all right. I'm cool with that.
He's all,
R2 is the droid, so truly that is why it is a coin flip. So okay, so I'm gonna put it down one more time. And number 5 is the Pod Racers. Oh yeah, shout out also Matt Wood, Herbie, gonna be at Rebel ScumCon.
Yep.
Anyway, number 5 Pod Racers. Number 4 R2D2. Just every noise he's ever made ever, I guess. Really? Number 3 TIE Fighter. Number 2 Seismic Charge, and number 1 Darth Vader's breathing.
Cool. Let's do creatures.
Love it.
Well, I'm going to say that. I feel like you got to do Chewbacca. Number has got to be in the top.
Correct.
Boga, I have to say, is also going to be up there.
Boga is on there.
I think the Crate Dragon Scream has to be on there.
Are we going to include Grievous into this now or no? Or is he more?
I'm talking animals, bro. The Crate Dragon in the when Obi-Wan does it to scare off the Tuskens, and then it pops up again in Mando. Peak.
Yeah, but is it top 5?
Yeah.
You're
What are
telling
you guys-
me you're telling me that's better than a Tuscan Raider?
They can both be on the list, brother.
I'm looking up Great Dragon again.
There's also
You
been,
know
like,
what sound I really like the growl or like the bark of the what's the thing with the 3 horns from Attack of the Clones on Geonosis?
the reek.
The reek, dude. That noise is sick.
What about the
Yeah.
The
praying mantis one? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, the Acklay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, when he's like fighting it, the scream of that actually is really good.
Crazy scream.
I
Terrifying.
really like the way the reek sounds.
I don't know. It's
I
just like
feel like Tauntaun has to be on here.
oh yeah, Tauntaun for sure.
Ooh.
So yeah, honestly, okay. It's like, see, the more that you mention, I'm cool. Listen, I'm a peaceful man. I'm cool to bring Great Dragon as an honorable mention. All right. Yeah, but like, don't Tauntauns do like the kind of yeah. I'm cool with Tauntaun.
What's that?
Yeah.
noise? Oh, that's a probe, right?
Yeah, it's a
Oh no, that's the mouse droid, right?
Is it?
Well, probes do it as well, I guess.
Meep, 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 meep.
That's more probe droid, I guess,
Hmm.
because there's also mouse droid. Yeah,
I'm trying to think what the mouse droid sounds like.
I'm also
listened to
kind of
the other day.
blanking. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yep. Which is great. Okay, so Chewbacca. What were the other ones?
So right now we have Chewbacca, we have Boga, and we have a Tauntaun.
Okay. Are we counting? I feel like I feel like you have to choose either Ewok or Jawa on there, right? It's got to be one of the two. Yeah.
I feel like Jawa beats out Ewok
Nup, nup. Nup, nup.
because
Yeah. I agree. I think it's more iconic.
because like whenever you see a Jawa on screen, you know they're going to say Utini. Like, there's not really like you don't really wait for Ewoks to pop up to hear Yub Nub. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yub, nub.
I wait for them to say Yub Nub.
Utini.
Also, I know this is an honorable mention because it's one specific sound effects, but it's one Dagobah sound that it's like the and then like it's just like that one creature you hear, and I always just like immediately hear like the music right after it. You know, Dagobah's so goated.
Classic.
Okay. I'm cool with Jawa on there, and then Tusken Raider. Or do we have to prioritize Tusken and Jawa? Because then I'd be fine with bumping Jawa out for Tusken.
Dude, now I'm thinking of like Salacious B.
Oh.
Crumb's laugh.
Oh yeah, but is that also like just a dude?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know.
That's because that's like you get to like the blurry lines of like, is this someone just like singing
this
or
the
doing the
voice
voice
effect?
act? Because even like Jabba's. I know he is a creature, but it is a guy doing the ho, you know, like even like the probe, or not the probe thing, the camera that pops out of the door that speaks Huttese, like that's awesome, but that's just a dude talking, right, with a modulator over it.
What the guy at Geonosis? Or
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Poggle the Lesser, bro. That's pretty great.
Bro, you know what sound I love is the sound that oh my god, the Ithorians make when their necks open and they scream like in Gendy.
Oh, and Gendies?
Dude, that sound is sick.
That is really good, dude.
We're missing something, dude.
I feel like there's something crucial. I'm about to just go through all the movies right now. There's the Eopies, which I wouldn't put them in top 5, but they're pretty good.
Top five, number 5, Eopie fart.
Attack of the Clones. I mean, you get more Tuskens, you get the creatures, which I would be fine with. See, I'm more of an Acklay guy rather than the Reek or the Nexu. Revenge of the Sith is Boga. We got her on there.
Yeah.
A New Hope, we've already got. I mean, we're talking about Jawas and Tusken Raiders. I also like Banthas a lot, but I understand they wouldn't make it into top 5 probably. Like a Bantha. Episode 5, we've got. What have we said on episode 5? Tauntaun.
Yeah, Tauntaun.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 6. There's a lot of creatures. We talked about Ewoks, but I don't know if there's like a ton that I'd put on there. And then I'm thinking sequels, and I'm like, and also like Rogue One and Solo.
Keep thinking. I'm gonna water.
Okay.
What about like?
Dude.
I don't know. Like
I
I
like
can't
the
really think.
Rathtar.
Yeah, I can't really think of the sound that Batcher makes from Bad Batch.
Yeah. Does Grogu's sounds? Okay. Oh, we'll table that one. Jeez, dude. What are we missing right now? This is great. I know this is also just a person doing it, but it's not a Lindsay. What is it? They're the Anzellans. Bro, closing the door with the Skywalker saber is crazy.
I'm lazy.
That's just Hannah, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Bro, what? Okay, let's go through. We've got Tauntaun
I need
on
to hear
there.
the Bractal again.
We've got Boga, Varactyl. We've got Chewbacca. I think we have to have Tusken. So what is that 5th spot? Is it a Jawa or is it something else?
The sound of the asteroid worm
This
coming
is
out.
so
and-
good, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so good when he climbs out of that thing. Oh, man, and then you cry when they fall when they get shot from Order 66 because it's
I'm
the
actually
saddest
crying
noise. Yeah. Yeah. Pago the Lesser, Albo. I think that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's something in Phantom Menace like on Naboo that I'm missing.
Maybe on Tatooine.
Yeah.
One of the giant fish.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
pretty
another
good.
part of the Star Tours is you go through the water too.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
See
yeah,
the
true.
bigger fish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because you go through.
Mhm.
I remember that. Isn't that also where? Wait, doesn't it also end there too, or no? Don't you like come out of the water? Or
Yeah, you come out and you're like going super fast, and then you like
Oh.
stab the end of a Naboo starfighter. And it,
That's
goes
right.
Through.
yes.
That was crazy too because I've never seen it. I was like, what? The?
Oh yes, you're right, because it breaks the glass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna think like, is there anything in Clone Wars? See, now I'm getting into like voices, and I'm seeing Cad Bane in the background, and I'm like, Cad is great, but like again, he's like a character, so that's like a dude. That's like Corey
That's a top
Burton.
5 voice. In Star Wars.
Absolutely. I'd be careful where I'm sticking my
There you
nose if I were you,
Mhm.
little lady.
What else? Oh, here's my bottle.
Or am I? Are we stupid right now?
What about when Kit Fisto dies? The noise he makes.
He had 2 shining moments. His smile when he pushes over C-3PO, and then his
Does he
death.
have his hand out too? When
He's like,
doing it. Yeah.
what a cornball.
And they make him the sexiest man in the world in Clone Wars. Though.
In Clone Wars,
Yeah.
he's like,
I know, for real. Squidward yassified, dude.
but in like Revenge of the Sith, Attack of Clones, he is so chopped, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what is
especially
going-
because the time between the Clone Wars did him dirty in live action.
yeah.
'Cause from this span between Attack of the Clones and then you see him in Revenge, you're like, oh my god, what happened to this guy?
He's like, yeah, it looks cracked.
Mhm.
They saw him Gindy's and they're like, oh, this man's actually shredded, so we need to make him look like a
Yeah.
sexy beast.
It's like, is there anything like Andor? Not really, no.
Yeah,
Just
I mean, like,
little
there's like
beats,
a lot
yeah.
of like mechanical sounds in Andor that
Yeah.
are great. Like, I love Cassian's blaster and I love this like the
Cassian's so
Fondor.
good.
But Rebels, Lothcat,
Do they
Loth
make
Wolf?
noise though?
Ooh,
The Lothcat?
like,
they kind of. Did it come with a Lothcat? That's crazy.
the other Sabine did. The like.
Oh,
Sabine.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess the Lothcat. So like, they kind of just do like a little like cat purring noise.
Let me look at my Star Wars encyclopedia and see what beasts we got.
Oh, Oh, that's right. I forgot. I also have the creature book. I'll pull that out.
Oh, all right. One up me then.
No, yours has it
No,
too.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's like, yeah, now I don't have a book to pull out.
All right, get out of here.
Bro.
Drawing.
Oh, shout out the little frog in Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Wombas are pretty great. Oh, Gamorrean guards are awesome.
Ooh.
Then we got Tuskens. This book is sick too. Like the art.
What about
style
the
is...
udders that Luke milks in The Last Jedi?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Diabolical.
I want it. I want it on the 5.
These guys.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
they're little like
Another
zipping.
Lego Star Wars.
Put some, bro. I have pants on, Chris. They're just called high shorts. Okay, leave me alone.
Couple 3-inchers, pal.
Hey, these are 5.
Somebody check me into.
We got Jawas, bro. This book is teaching me about species that. Who are these guys? I ain't never seen these Nimbanels before.
I ain't never seen that.
I had never heard of no Nimbanil before.
Shout out Prune Face, my guy, Robot Chicken. Makes action go boom. Why is Ahsoka in this kind of thirst trapping? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is she hitting that pose?
I know. Hey, put some sass into it.
That's her best costume right there, though.
Facts, dude. I want that. I wish
What
they
was
bring
it?
that back. It's her Rebels outfit.
You said
Bro,
that?
what?
Hell no.
What's better than her Rebels outfit?
Clone Wars season 7. What do
Wrong,
you mean,
wrong,
brother?
wrong.
It's
That's
closed.
a solid 2.
Big.
It's a solid 2.
It's on there.
It's a solid 2.
No, that is
Your
the
arm's not the
cleanest
Star Wars
armory.
encyclopedia,
It
Luke.
is.
It's a solid 2. But
This is
dude,
the
are you telling,
undisputed
bro?
top 10 right here.
The as somebody who loves Rebels and who loves Ahsoka, you would think the Venn diagram in between was the way she looks in Rebels, but no.
I love her Rebels look though, but I think season 7 is maybe that's just my favorite look of Ahsoka. Like when I think of Ahsoka, I think it's
These guys dying
Yeah, I
in
get that.
Phantom Menace is pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
It goes. Oh, there's also the Bardock guy where he goes. Roar! Shout out those guys.
Aren't they in like a Clone Wars episode?
The Bardottans? Yeah, that
Yes.
Jar Jar's girlfriend, bro.
Yes. No.
That's the Bardottans.
What about the other little one?
When
The
3PO
droids, right? Yeah.
3PO and R2 they go to that planet and they're all like worshiping them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, because it's when Wolf is like, oh god, it's gonna be another one of these planets or whatever. I'm like, all right, racist. Let's see. I love the bantha noise though. So good. So good. We got shout out to
Hot take: Banthas are cool. I like Dewbacks better.
I like they don't really make a
Dewbacks.
cool noise.
Dewbacks, they're the big fat lizard things that the sand troopers ride in A New Hope.
Yes, the big green ones.
Dude, those things are sick.
Dude, the art in this book is incredible.
My guy.
Oh,
I got this for $5. $5.
Damn.
Crazy.
what about? Did we say the Rancor?
Oh, that's it. That's it. The Roar of the Rancor?
Yeah, did we say
Absolutely.
the Rancor?
We have not.
No.
That's my number one Star Wars
top
creature.
10er.
You don't think it's top 5?
What beats it out?
Let me look Rancor sound again.
He's like, I gotta remember.
Morized Chert.
Ooh.
Bro, why is this Duros list tough, bro? Cad Bane with what
Bro,
they
all
are.
Duros
Ooh.
look sick.
Megamind.
They're so smart.
Ooh, that's a goated roar. Dang, that destroyed my eardrums.
What did you look up the Rancor?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You're
I would not be upset if it was the Rancor.
I agree. It's really good.
Oh. Hey guys. Purgle.
Which,
Which
but I would need a refresher for that too.
I love their light speed sound effect a lot. Specifically,
I was thinking their like whale noise.
I always spell. Do you guys know how to spell Purgle? I always spell it wrong, but I just want to know.
P-U-R-G-I-L.
Shut up. Whatever.
I think it's 2 R's.
P-E-E-R Pier Gullet. Board Gullet.
There you go.
In some books, they spell it with an E, but it is with a U. Bro, shout out, Constable Zuvio, most beloved action figure of all time from The Force Awakens.
God,
you remember that epidemic?
That epidemic.
It was an epidemic, bro.
We were all there.
Oh, we got some stuff on Jeddah.
What about Cy Snoodle singing?
Ooh. Classic.
We got a acapella. Right,
we should make our own band.
Come on, did you? Are we about to be Max Rero's band right now?
Did you? Oh wait, I was gonna tell Luke something, but then he hasn't seen Skeleton Crew, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, sick.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's actually you could actually do a top 5 list of all Skeleton Crew, but I mean, one of us hasn't seen it.
Ooh. What about those weird like bat looking things from that Rebel episode?
Will.
Ooh.
Bro, I didn't know this was in the book. The Minox, I love the Minox. That's really good.
Somebody said that earlier. Yeah, Chris said that earlier.
Dude, I think an Acklay is up there in the top 5, dude.
That's what I've been saying, man.
But is an Acklay better than a Reek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Kit Fisto even more chopped in this drawing? Why do you look like that?
That's him?
Oh, way too many death sticks. The left one's goated, but
it says Kit Fisto.
The guy in the middle, he looks like he ate Kit Fisto.
What's
that's crazy.
A fire knock. Is that Star Wars?
They're on fire. I don't know.
Oh, the Reek is so cool.
A fur knock? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're like a offshoot of them, I think.
The sound that Two-Tube makes when he speaks.
Bro, I know we talked about but the Geonosians, like their like actual like call that they make when Anakin is like killing them.
What? Oh.
That's funny, Sonny.
Right.
She's right.
We did miss one.
What's that?
Which, by the book, should automatically be in a number 5, according to these people here, as in you two. The Sarlacc pit.
Does it have an iconic sound?
Yeah, but I don't think the Sarlacc pit's better than the Rancor.
That sounded like Luke when he said that.
Going into Tashi Station.
That's what Will does in his shower. Is he just?
I love that
line. Bro, shout out Jon Favreau doing some parkour.
I was going to CVS to pick up some conditioner.
See it for me. Acklay versus Rancor, really tough. Really tough. Can we be reminded of the top 4, please?
Yes, the top 4 at the moment right now is Chewbacca,
1,
Boga,
2,
Tauntaun,
3,
Utini,
4.
And you know what? We don't have a 5. We don't have a Tusken Raider.
No, that's why I said Tusken Raider and not the Jawas.
Really?
Oh, I'm down.
I think Tusken Raider is way more iconic. And I ain't about to have them both on the same list. I think Rancor or Acklay beats it out.
I am going to say Rancor.
Rancor over Tusken Raider.
No. Over Acklay. So are you okay with Jawas not being on the list?
Yeah.
Tusken Raiders superseding? Okay, cool.
I'm with that.
I think they're a great honorable mention. Like truly.
Dude, that was loud. Sorry, Jack.
What sound font was that, bro?
It was Cal's master. Tal? Is that his name?
Oh, Jar Tapal.
Japal, yes. He says,
Shout
"You
out
are
Jar
no
Tapal.
Jedi."
Great moment, dude. I love a good porg. I do love a porg sound effect. It's not in the top 5. I think Luke, compared Rancor to Acklay, what are you feeling?
He's gonna say Acklay.
Acclay's goated, dude. I just listened to Rancor and it hurt me. Acklay gives me peace.
Just because your volume was all the way up doesn't mean it's a better sound.
But like, I think design-wise, I think the Acklay is both more iconic and just a cooler sound.
Blow your eardrums out on the Acklay noise real quick and see which one's better.
You're right. Actually, Acklay sound 100 volume. That is so goated.
I didn't realize that a Tuca is a variant of a loaf cat.
Hmm.
All
right.
I have a thought. As soon as Luke listens to this, then I'll be the tiebreaker if he says Acklay.
I say Acklay. I just listened to Rancor again. I think Acklay's too smexy.
I am also saying Acklay. Rancor, I love you.
Joe.
I love you.
We did it, Joe.
That's 2 out of 3, bro. That's why we got Luke here.
Bro, you're telling me that's better than a Rancor noise?
Dude, it's goated.
Okay, specifically the one that you listen to, I'm assuming, is when he comes up behind Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan turns around. Like that noise where he comes up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even when it's stabbing the floor, and then Obi-Wan's sexy hair. Oh,
the mullet is iconic.
Okay, the mullet has nothing to do with any of the sound effects.
It has everything to do with it.
It even gives the Acklay more aura because it's in its proximity.
Okay, well, all 3 of them, that mullet rides the reek then. Okay, so we're back to the reek, I guess.
But reek doesn't sound as good.
Bro,
Except
the
the
Rancor
5
sounds so sick, though.
Dianoga. I can't really hear the Dianoga. Like I can't I'm gonna look it up too.
What the flufferton is a Dianoga again?
It's the thing in the trash compactor room.
Oh,
Flufferton is the opposite of Peakerton.
Dianoga.
We gotta get Luke a coin on one side that says Flufferton and one side that says Peakerton.
This entire episode has just been Luke being like, "That's what that's called."
I just got Star Wars Galaxy of Creatures, and it's a whole video of a Dianoga. Thank you. I wanted the sound.
Let's see.
You're telling me the Acklay is better than this?
That's just a big angry bear, and Acklay is like it's like 100 tigers roaring at once.
Okay, what are you talking about, sir?
I
do. Hey, does the Acklay have a part 2 on sounds? Rancor sounds part 2.
You might be onto something.
This is music only, bro. I don't need music only.
Fair moment.
Oh!
Yes! Oh!
Yeah,
he had to
Acklay.
stop it. He was like, "Wait, that actually is pretty good."
It's Acklay. It's Acklay.
And then followed by the hair is like a bonus, a gazillion.
Followed by the hair.
Finish it.
We can't give
Finish the clip.
Click it. Oh, let's go. 0.5 speed.
Yeah. It's so good. I know it's dying, but it's so good.
Even the dying noise.
Fine.
Just accept it.
Thanks, Sonny. I agree with you.
Band.
Electric car. Electric car sounds like you're ascending from the heavens, bro. It's always they always have like I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's an electric car. Okay.
Okay.
We've been talking for an hour and 45 minutes. So I guess we gotta.
Yeah, we gotta get the heck out of here.
You know what? And you know what? All of this just proves that we need to ask David Collins at Rebel ScumCon. Use code FOCUS for 10% off your purchase for tickets August 8th through the 10th Frisco, Texas. Be there. We all will be.
Be there, be square.
All right, let's get this over with because now I'm upset. The top 5 creature sounds in Star Wars. Number 5 is the Acklay from Attack of the Clones. Sorry, I should say this better for the clip. Number 5 is the Acklay better. Is the Acklay from Attack of the Clones. Number 4 is a Tusken Raider. Number 3 is a Tauntaun. Number 2 is Boga from the Revenge of the Sith. And number 1 is Chewbacca himself. Chewbacca.
Hey. Why am I here? Oh, was that
Are you-
was that your 3PO?
Yeah, my buddy.
Anthony Daniels is in his house.
It's just,
Ooh, fun story. Star Wars I don't know if I told you guys this on the pod. Star Wars Celebration 2022, Anaheim, walking around, and I look up and there's Anthony Daniels just casually walking in front of me with his like agent or something, and I tap Leia and I'm like, Leia, that's C-3PO. And he looks at me and he sees the excitement in my eyes. He goes, calm down. He's like, it's okay. He's like, don't tell anyone I'm here. And we make eye contact. He's like, it's okay. And he's like, hi guys, I'm just going to a panel real quick. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. And then he walks away.
That's
but I'm like,
so funny.
Don't do it. And he looks at me and goes, calm down. It's okay.
blow it. Don't blow it.
So I jumped
You zip it. He was Han in that moment.
yeah.
Goldenrod.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Well, we ranked some sound effects. We ranked some creature sound effects specifically, all in the name of David Collins and Matt Wood and Sam Witwer, who are going to be at Rebel Scum Con. Along with there's 3 guys who are going to be at Rebel Scum Con. There's 3 more guys, the 3 of us, who are all going to be at Rebel Scum Con. What?
You can meet us if you want, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, if you go to David Collins or Sam Witwer or Matt Wood's table, you can meet 3 guys who are just going to be lurking around, and it's going to be 3 of us. just you can meet them and also see 3 guys standing there like,
We'll be in the corner talking about lightsaber fonts the whole time.
yeah. So do you like the Acklay?
I will be asking
better.
I will be asking David what his favorite lightsaber sounds are. It's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Guys, it's been a Monday. We will be back next week. Also, stay tuned because Grayson and I are going to be doing a ton of Denver Fan Expo content over the next week, which will be a ton of fun. Maybe some interviews. We're meeting Manny Jacinto, so we'll be there.
Well, it's Jacinto.
Is it really?
Yeah, Manny Jacinto.
We're meeting Hanny Jacinto.
Hey.
This week. Hey, we're meeting the stranger this week. More importantly,
The acolyte.
we're meeting Kymir.
This bad
week.
boy signed.
Yeah, dude, that's sick, bro. That thing is so nice.
One of the only poster I got that was smuggled to me from Japan Celebration. What do you got, bro? What do you got
If
it
it's
too?
if it's the Lucasfilm 20th anniversary,
It's gonna be the Revenge of the Sith one. I already know it.
Even better. The Japanese version.
Oh,
That's so sick, dude. That's so sick.
Pogerton.
You have the animation one too, right?
Pogerton. Wait. Even better. Signed by the Animators, and they drew it Ahsoka.
Bro.
Let's go.
Golden.
So
I love how the clone
sick.
is up front, like
Yeah, it's so sick,
Sick.
dude. That's really good. Damn, that poster is a all-time poster. I will say the Holy Grail poster is the cast poster, the yellow one that's supposed to look like the Yojimbo poster for Ahsoka season 1 with Ahsoka, or from the Ahsoka episode of Mando season 2, where it's all yellow and it's just the outlines of her face. Luke, have you not seen this?
you got to show this.
I'm gonna send it to you,
so.
bro. I have been
You've been hawking that one down.
scouring for that one. It is
Sick.
so. I'm gonna send it to you right after this. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. There's a lot of people here tonight. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
What?
Thanks for hanging in on YouTube as well as Twitter. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe. please and thank you. Go follow Luke at Luke's Outpost. Go follow Grayson at Mortis FM. We will see you next week. May the force be with you always. And your focus determines reality. Bye-bye.
Always remember,